Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Average Joe Dividends YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to go over the just announced SCHD dividend for Q4 2025. So let's just jump right into it. I predicted just from history of when the next dividend was going to be announced, and I was correct that it was going to be announced on the 10th, on Wednesday. So I took a look, and just moments ago, I thought, okay, let's fire this up and let's do the video. I did some quick calculations though in the background, and we can see here is the distribution. This is just announced today, so 0.2782 cents. And we'll do some comparisons, and also I'll show you the average, or the trailing 12-month average, how this affected my ongoing, what my next dividends are going to be for the portfolio, what effect it had. So I think the largest dividend was right here, and this is before the split. We saw the text box, where was it? It was just above where they were talking about the 3-to-1 split, but that's why this amount is higher. So we can take this amount. So this is the largest dividend before the 0.8241. We'll divide that by 3 because of the stock split. And so 0.2747 was the largest before. So we can see this is the largest dividend that SCHD has ever paid. So this is really going to boost my dividends. So let's go on over to my tracking sheet. Before we do that, I'll show you how I did the trailing 12-month average, because you can see the dividends, they kind of vary. Let me slide the calculator over here. And Q1 is usually the lowest. You can see here, this is Q1 2025. We've gone up and pretty much the same, and then up in Q4. And that's how SCHD has trended, really, as Q4 has been the largest, with the exception of this was Q2 of 2024, what had that larger than normal dividend there. And you can see the trend there. You can see 61 cents to 82, and then it went back down in Q3, and then we changed the format. Well, we had the stock split there. But to me, though, this is wonderful news. So we'll get the new trailing 12-month dividend, because this helps kind of smooth out showing my monthly income for the portfolio. So we'll add that up. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to start with 0.2488 plus 0.2602. And we'll also do some quick calculations of what my next dividends will be. The new one, 0.2782. And let me know in the comments below if you own SCHD or if you're just following it. So this is the new annual dividends. I'm going to show you something real quick. I'm going to go to my total net worth, and I use this over here. This is what I have in my IRA at M1. Usually I focus on the taxable brokerage account, which is, we'll get down right here, this line right here. So this has everything all mixed in, all the 48 positions, but we can see right here, I have nearly 6,000 shares of SCHD here, and then I put in the 12-month trailing dividend of 1.0476. Now we can get my average monthly dividend from SCHD, and this is just in my IRA right there. And let's go back to, we're going to go to my tracking sheet, and I'll show you kind of some of the math that I have over there and kind of the effects. And I also had some other good news with Amgen, so I just can't keep up with this portfolio with the good news. So let's go to SCHD, which is right here. That's the link I used. And you're welcome to use my sheet. I'll leave a link below so you can see what's all in my portfolio. And I'll show you the number of shares I have in the taxable brokerage account. So we have this amount. I'm going to take this, and we're going to do some quick math down here. Oop, looks like I did a bad paste there. We'll try to put in the numbers. Just there we go, more absolute, because we're going to take that by the new dividend in just a little bit to show you that. But what I did was I put the new trailing. We're going to divide that by 4. So .2619, that's the new 12-month trailing dividend for SCHD. So what I did was I put that into right here, the .2619. And we can see what the dividend, it's actually going to be higher because the 12-month trailing dividend is actually lower than what the last dividend was announced. So we're going to do the quick math here. We'll take that dividend amount times the shares, which I put here. So I'll put this here. So just do some quick math to show you what the next dividend is going to be. So it'll be this times this. We'll do this. So this is going to be the dividend I will receive, and that should be on the 15th, but M1 has a 1-day delay. So on the 16th, I'm going to have a dividend drip of this amount, the 1,081.73, and that's going to just drip into the portfolio. And I'm just going to use that to rebalance the portfolio. Some of it might go into SCHD. We will see. But that's the amount there. So that's why it differs a little bit, because this is the 12-month trailing average to come up with a 1,018. And so since we had a higher dividend than the other quarters, that's why that amount's larger. So that amount we just saw, the 1,081, is going to be in there. And then we'll do some quick math for the IRA as well, and we'll see what that's going to be with those. I'll copy over those number of shares, and we'll see what that amount's going to be. Of course, I'll do another video to show you the proof, rather than just showing you on a spreadsheet, hey, this is what I'm receiving. I see a lot of YouTube creators will do that. I'm not trying to bash them, but a lot of them don't actually show you the proof. And I'm one of those people, I like to see the proof of it. I'll show you the IRA as well. So we're going to take those number of shares, the 5938. We'll put it here. And so I'll do the quick math, and we'll see what I'm going to receive in the IRA. In the IRA, I'm going to drip that back into that portfolio and have it just go in and rebalance there as well. I think VU was the what needed to be rebalanced. So it may go in there mostly. We'll see. So in my taxable brokerage account, I'm going to receive 1,081.73. And then in my IRA, I'm going to receive $1,652.14 for a total of $2,733.87. So on the 16th, I'm going to have a lot going on with that. So I'm going to clear that out. Again, I'll do a video showing you what I do with that, both in the IRA as well as the taxable brokerage account. Let's go into the other good news. And I like to use Seeking Alpha, this link right here, and kind of search for different news out here for the dividend raises, or if there's a cut, could happen as well too. So we'll see. There it is right here. So Amgen came through for me with that 6% dividend raise. They raised their old dividend was $2.38 to $2.52. We'll go find Amgen on the list here. They're right here. I've already updated it. So there's that new dividend of $2.52. But I'm not going to receive this new amount because we're way past the ex-dividend date. It's going to be for the March dividend, but the new dividend is going to be $17.46. The dividend I'm going to receive is going to be just a little over $16.35 because I think I just did fractional share buy with the dividend drip, so it's going to be about like $16.50, something like that. I could also, look that up. Maybe the next video I'll show you guys that. But let's go to my monthly average dividend tracking tab, and I've got those events where this tracks my monthly income from the portfolio. So you can see I started this morning at 1,124.27, and here's the first event with the Amgen 6% raise. So that added an additional 33 cents of income in the portfolio every single month. But the big one that hit, of course, was SCHD with their change to the rolling 12-month dividend adjustment, add an additional $4.44. And this was not even because of a deposit. This is just because of the dividend increases. So we can see here just an additional $4.77 I'm going to receive every single month as a result of that SCHD dividend. And it wasn't long ago where people were kind of poo-pooing on SCHD. Should I sell it? Things like that. SCHD is doing exactly what SCHD is supposed to do. Really, what was happening was just some of the things in the portfolio were dropping. I know Merck was struggling, and Amgen with their 6% dividend increase is going to help out this position as well. It's funny when people talk about SCHD, they talk about it as like a single entity. SCHD is made up of these companies. So if these companies do well, SCHD does well. If they don't, well, it's going to struggle because it's made up of these about 104 holdings. And if they struggle, again, SCHD is going to struggle. I like these selections in here. A lot of these are what I own individually. I don't own Bristol Myers. I don't own ConocoPhillips. I don't own Chevron. So what SCHD fills in a few of the gaps, and it takes some of the guesswork out of it for me. So I could, technically sell some of these positions where I already own them, but I don't want to because I don't want to get the capital gains on them. And perhaps I want to own a little bit more of them. And that's why I have the individual positions as well. Also, SCHD is missing some of the things. So some of the things in my portfolio, I'm kind of filling in those gaps that SCHD doesn't have, like realty income. I also want to have some covered call strategy in there as well. It also doesn't have high growth things like Nvidia in there as well. So that's all I did show you guys. Was I kind of want to get this out quickly and show you that dividend for SCHD. And I think long-term SCHD is going to be fine. It's going to do great over the long term. It could struggle in 2026, 2027, but I'm going to keep on buying more, and I'm not going to sell it. I'm going to hold on to it and drip some of those dividends back into SCHD, and I may put some of my own money in there as well and build that position. But I think, though, I have a pretty solid position of SCHD, again, with these shares over 3,800 in the taxable, and then almost 6,000 shares in my IRA. I think I'm pretty set up pretty well with it. I'm going to use in the taxable account, I'm going to use this dividend to mostly build up the other positions and try to get all these other stocks above that $10 mark. And I've just about turned everything green in here. Of course, Nvidia is going to take a long time for that one to get above $10, but I predict Nvidia is going to raise their dividends hopefully every year and get that dividend yield higher. And of course, you can see my yield on cost is a lot higher, but still at 0.13%, it's pretty darn low. But I think in the future, though, I think this is going to turn into, 1%, 2%, 3%. I think it will get there, this yield on my cost. It could take 10 years to do that, though, but I'm going to hold on to it and see if that's going to happen. But take a look at that new cash flow average, 1129.04. We'll see what we've done so far just in the month of December at $6.19, adding that additional income. And I've got a lot more dividends that are going to come in, and just these dividend drips, especially with that SCHD dividend drip that's going to come in, that 1,000, I think it was $80 around there, that's going to hit. And then, of course, BST that comes in like a hammer too. it's gonna be 542-ish on that one too, and it's just gonna really increase this the cash flow average. So you can see really with the increases, that lever was really pulled hard today with SCHD and Amgen. So thanks for sticking to the end of this video. If you got value from the video, please click the like button. Also subscribe so you do not miss future videos. I think my next video will be on Monday, where it'll be $100 buy, but you'll see the result of these dividends coming in. And I think these will be drips. Yum Brands and Amgen, these will be drips that occur on Monday with a $100 buy. But you also see these drips will have already happened with these dividends rolling in. And this will be a nice dividend that rolls in from Prudential, $54.82. It's going to bolster that one well above $55. So you can see all these next dividends go up as well. So I hope everyone has a great day. Everyone take care.